G'day, welcome back to Dad vs Son, and we're going on with Combat Commander Europe and Mediterranean, depending on what comes up. As before, I'm going through and playing what scenarios I have in a chronological order, and we're currently up to 1940. So, the one that we're going to play this time is Tournament Battle Pack number 8, which is Codes in the Sunrise. And this was designed by, I can't see the end of it, it's Brian Cole something. So I'm sorry, Brian. It's just the photocopy of this page, or the printout of this page, has cut it off, which could be painful at times. Okay, so we're using map 4, and the situation report is, and I can't speak French, so I apologise for everything. La Torquay, France, 25th of June 1940. The first commando raid on occupied France was carried out by 115 men of No. 11 Independent Company, just 3 weeks after the final evacuation at Dunkirk. The raiders were divided into 4 groups. Each was tasked with reconnaissance and intelligence missions. Group La Torquay scouted the Merlemont Plage Hotel, seeking to capture prisoners. So as we said, it's 1940. We'll come over here. The victory point marker starts 6 on the Axis side. Time is 05. Troop quality. Axis is line with 2 orders. Allies are line with 3 orders. So, yeah, not a great happening. Axis is defending, Allies are recon. So they'll have 4 cards and the Allies will have 5. Initiative starts with the Allies. We have objectives G and H open. So G is objective 3 is worth 2 points and objective 4 is worth 2 points. And then we have secret objectives for the British player and the Axis player. Let's come back over here. So, the British only hold objective 1. The Germans hold objectives 2, 3, 4, and 5. And as we said, objectives 3 and 4 are worth 2 VPs each to start with. What else have we got? So the Axis, and the right-hand side here is the Axis side of the board. They set up first 9 hexes deep. Okay, so basically right up to B7 sort of thing. And I think it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, up to G. So they're up to G, which is the middle of the board. And then the British will set up 2 hexes deep from their side, so on the left-hand side there. Right, surrender, Axis 6, Allies 7, and first turn is the Allies. Now, you're probably wondering what this big die here is for, and that is there because of Special Rule 1, which is False Dawn. There exists a hindrance in every hex to the difference between where the time marker is and where the sudden death marker is. Once the hindrance reaches 0, this rule is no longer in effect. So we start with 5 hindrance. So it's very hard to hit anybody. Number 2, poor intelligence. The Axis player may place up to 1 leader, 1 squad, 1 team and 1 weapon on either the first or second space of the time track. When these units enter play, they may be placed in any unoccupied setup hex that has at least 1 cover. So this is pretty damn fine. So that means that they can leave those off and then put them anywhere here after we're all set up and ready to go. Reconnaissance and intel. At the end of any Allied order, If there is an unbroken Allied squad adjacent to any broken Axis unit, the Allied player may discard one ambush action from his hand to gain 1 VP. So, yeah, it means that we've got an extra chance to use a card that we wouldn't usually have a chance to use. So it's not bad. And abandoned, we don't use chits Q and R in the draw cup. So let's have a look at the people. So the British have Lieutenant Lyndhurst, who is a Range 1 leader. Sergeant Casey, same thing. They have 6 line units, 1 line team, 3 LMGs and a satchel charge. And the Germans have Lieutenant Schrader, who is a 1 leader, Corporal Rettenhaus, who's the same. They have 4 rifle units, 2 line teams, 3 light machine guns and a mortar and 3 wire. So, Germans are going to set up first. And the question is then, where do they want to set up? And do they want to save a leader, a squad, a team, and a weapon? And I think, they don't have much to start with. And whatever they do, they're going to be spread out, in all honesty. So what are we trying to stop the Poms from doing? Straight up from taking 3 and 4. Because if they're worth 2 each, as I've been told, then that means the Germans lose 2 and then the British gain 2. So each one of them is effectively, at the moment, worth 4 to the British. So we don't want to let them go if we can. But we don't want the British coming all the way over to this side first off. So do we want to try and stop some of them here towards the centre? And maybe have somebody up here in 2 just to watch this area? I'm not sure. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I am going to panic. No, that comes later again. Let's get this right. Okay, so first things first, I think what we need to do is concentrate we need to concentrate on our main areas. So I'm going to put Lieutenant Schrader up here in M3, and I'm going to put a rifle squad with him, a line team with an LMG, and I'm also going to put a rifle team down here in N9 on objective 3. I'm going to put a, what do I want to do? I want to put this line okay, we have a mortar. Where do we want to put the mortar? It's got a range of 13, and this is 15 across if I remember correctly. 13, 14, 15, yes. So I'm not going to have a full line of sight to everything, that's for sure, because of one, the hindrance is going to screw me around, but also the trees and everything else. So what's his minimum range? Is a range of 2. So if I leave him here, then he can always shoot up into here. Bum, 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 bum. If I put him in here, no. Okay, so I'm going to put the mortar up here with Lieutenant Schrader, like that. I am going to put Corporal Rittenhouse here in objective 3 with the rifle, and I'm going to place a rifle team, a rifle squad I should say, down here in F10. It's a building, so they've got plenty of cover at the moment. And I am going to, they've got a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so they can hit up into there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. I'm going to put this rifle team here in this building. I'm going to give him an LMG, and I'm going to give him an LMG. Now, is this what I want to do? And I think it is, because basically I'm going to stop them, try and stop them coming through here. This is where they have the best cover coming through because of these buildings. And this building blocks all the line of sight through here anyways until they get into the tree line here. And then we've got this. Is that enough? I ask myself. And I go, no, it's probably not. So let's bring the LMG back to here. That'll give them one more piece of hitting power. And yeah, I think that's it. Righto, so it's not wonderful or perfect or anything else, but I think it's the best I can do. So now the British. What do we want to do with the Poms? So again, do we want to come in as one group, or do we want to come in as 2 groups? So we can sneak in all this way if we want and have a go at him, which will give us this cover here as well. But even when we get to here, if it's still the first turn or the 0 turn, we've still got 5 hindrance, which is wonderful. So, but do we get that? No, we don't, because it goes through, not into. Okay. Or I can come down and go through the building. So I've only got these 2 to get past. So I could try to totally circumvent them if I wanted and bring everything straight around here and take this one, which is up here, objective 2, and then come around to here. Righto. So basically, this is the most protected area they've got, so this is where I probably want to get my satchel charge to. Or I forget about that because that's where they've got everything, and I try and get my satchel charge down here. Because if I can get into the gully, they can still see, but I can still see, all that sort of stuff. Okay. Again, lots of talking, making no sense. So Lieutenant Lyndhurst is going to start up here, right up in the top corner there. And he is going to have a line squad with him. And he is going to have the line team. The line team will have an LMG. He will also have another squad with him. The satchel charge is going to go with this line squad that's with him. Sergeant Casey is going to start here in B7. No, he's not. He's going to start in Okay. Yes, he is. He's going to start in B7. And he's going to have... Sorry, no, he's not. We're going to put a line squad there with an LMG to protect our objective. Okay, so they're just a covering force. Sergeant Casey is going to be here in A10. He's going to have a line squad with him with an LMG. He'll have this line unit with him, and he will have this line unit with him. Right. Okay, so that's all the units out. So now it is the German wire. They've got 3 wire to put out. So where do we want to trip people up is what it comes down to. Do 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, poo. That's right, they can only go as far as G. Okay, I stuffed up. That's as far as they can go to start with. So he's going to be in H9. Okay, so there's no good putting him there. So he's going to go up there in 2. Okay, so what I've done is I've redirected it, and we have a German rifle squad with a light machine gun up here, and this squad down here who is by himself in this building. Right, so again, what are we going to do with the wire? Okay, so we could be very cheeky, and I think that's what we might have to do. So what I'm going to do is we come up here, I'm going to place wire in this hex, and I'm going to place wire in this hex. Now, the reason for that is it means that if they get there, they've got to stop. They get there, they've got to stop. And he's going to get a chance to blow them away. In fact, we don't need that one. That one's enough. There. And he can shoot up to there. That's fine. Bum, 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 bum. We put some wire in the trees there. They've got to stop there, and that helps to reduce their cover. Do 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 do. And we're going to put wire there. And the reason for that is if they want to try and sneak up through here to get into this building, then they've got to come through here or go around it, which opens them up to fire here. That's the cunning plan. So we're set up, we're ready to go. I'll draw the cards. Poms get 5 for recon. There's their cards. Germans get 4 for defence. There are their cards. And we are ready to rock and roll. So I'll stop it there, and we will come back with the first scenario. Sorry, the first turn shortly. Again, comments please on what I'm doing right, wrong or indifferent, and I hope you enjoy this as much as I intend to. Thanks very much. Bye for now. Catch you soon.